Good morning. Let's make sure everything's working. Okay. I think everything should be good. Yeah, everything looks fine. Okay. Good morning. Or whatever it is, wherever you are. So today I've decided I'm going to neglect the wheel once again because I really want to draw there's someone I really want to draw and talk about and stuff. Also, we're gonna see how this works out, but I'm hoping to make this I'm hoping to draw 2 cats today. Hopefully drawing them at the same time will make the process go faster. That's not how it works, but you know. One can hope. And then tomorrow I may take a break from doing OC art stuff, just because I've been doing it for a bit. I haven't decided what that would entail. Probably either clan gen or I don't know, I draw something else. Anyway, that is for later me to figure out. I guess I'll use the folder system. Okay, excuse me. Welcome, waffle. I don't know who I want to draw from which direction. Whatever. I guess I'll just do this. So, today I will be drawing. Hello, welcome. Congrats for surviving your tests. Anyway, I am drawing Dawn Stripe and Dusk Willow. They are the music's too loud in my ear. Give me a second. So, Dawnstripe and Duskwillow are Sun Clan cats. And for anyone who may be new and does not, and you don't know what's going on, I have Warrior Cat fan clans named called Sun Clan, Moon Clan, and Eclipse Clan, and that's where these characters are from. They're from a story that I am making. I don't know what it's stuck in my brain. Anyway. As I said, Dawnstripe and Duskwillow are Sun Clan cats. Dusk is a hunter, and Dawn is the deputy. Though she was a fighter before she was made deputy. Hating all this sketch. Anyway, she's also, they're also the niece and nephew of Swanstar. Which had no bearing about Dawn becoming deputy. She is just a good warrior, and was a good choice in Swanstar's opinion. That looks bad. Okay. So, where to start with them? The nose is not working. You know what? I just need to start the sketch all over again. So, blah. So as I said, they are Sun Clan cats. And they were born to their mother, Raven Frost. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let me quickly bring up where is it? Where is them? Okay. Where's Swanstar? Okay. Morning, CSX. You're not that late. You're fine. I only really just started. know why the face is not coming out the way I want it to. It's fine. Anyway, as I said, Dawn and Dusk. Who is this? So this is, right now I'm drawing Dawn Stripe. I'm hoping to also draw Dusk Willow, but we'll see. And then let me look at Swan Star. I thought I had... I guess I don't. I thought I had a more recent version of her design, but I don't, so whatever. Anyway. So as I was saying, Dawn and Dusk were born to Ravenfrost. And hello, welcome. Whatever. Anyway, they had a pretty normal kithood, nothing super of note, but I don't know how they would react to that. Anyway, sorry, let me recalibrate my brain to actually speak words. So, hi, your mind is blown, welcome. So, Dawn and Dusk had a mostly normal childhood. Then after they were apprenticed, is when things got a little not great. So, their mother, Ravenfrost, was not around for most of their, life, because she, I don't know how to explain. I don't know how the clans would explain it. Essentially, she and oh, thank you, Brightheart. Essentially, she and a hunting party were up on the mountain that Sun Clan lives on, and there was like a crack, a deep hole in the mountain that Raven fell into. And so Ravenfrost was assumed to be no more. And so Dawn and Dusk really leaned on their aunt, Swanstar. Crevice, I don't know. I don't have a good word for it. And I don't really care to find that good word right now. Oh my, she looks much more emo than I intended. What if I did it more? No. Yeah, that looks fine. Anyway, the whole moral is that, or the whole point of that is that Ravenfrost is not in their lives most of it. And they don't have a known father at that point in time. So they become more attached to Swanstar. Though they were, like I said, they were young apprentices at the time, so they were already kind of finding their independence anyway. But anyway, fast forward to later, I guess. They grow up. They both find mates. Of course, Duskwillow, I talked about his mate, Haleglow, when I designed her. And all the drama about that. If you were not there for that, it's a half-clan relationship. That is the drama, mostly. But yeah, while Duskwillow's off doing that, Dawnstripe, who she's not super open with her emotions. Duskwillow, Dawn and Dusk really balance each other out. She's more logical and practical, and he is more expressive and fun-loving. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but today is not the day for words, apparently. Anyway, Dawn is very quiet and monotone, not very expressive. But she does find that she can be a little more open with how she feels with her mate, Cedar Tuft. So she's open with her family, and Cedar Tuft is part of that. They have, as of the beginning of Echoes, they have one kit together, Sandy Wing. Meanwhile, Duskwillow has Duskwillow has 2 kits with Hailglow, Thunderpaw, and Swallowpaw. I'm mainly gonna be talking about Dawn. I'm trying my best to balance between the two, but in all honesty, Dawn's story is so much more interesting to me than Dusk's. So, or Dawn's side of the story, I should say. They share aspects of their story. Anyway, I don't know what's happening here. Anyway, so I'm gonna stick with Dawn's POV for a bit. So yeah, she has after she becomes apprentices, she gets close to Cedartuft, and the two kind of hit it off, and eventually they become mates, and they have their kit Sandy Wing. And yeah, Dawnstripe also becomes the deputy. She was recommended by the last deputy. I don't actually have a name for who the last deputy was, but it's whatever. All of this is looking weird. Whatever. I will fix it as I do things. Yeah, that is just kind of life at that point. She's happy with what is going on in her life. She's proud of her kit. She is at the beginning of within the story, Cedartuft and Dawnstripe are considering if they would like to have another litter. Dawn is pretty busy being deputy, but she wouldn't mind having more kits. We'll see if that happens. I haven't actually decided if she does or not yet. I'm still going through my allegiances for later in the story. Meanwhile, Dusk's over there chilling. He's just happy that his mate is with him and that he's got his children and life's going good for Duskwillow. So we're actually going to fast forward a bit in the story. well, we're gonna fast forward quite a lot, actually. To, after the massacre. Because that's when dawn and dusk really start to shine. Especially Dawn. Dawnstripe gets her own little bit of story that happens in the background while Mossy Glow is off having a breakdown. So, as I said before, Ravenfrost fell down a hole and was presumed dead. What really happened was, so these mountains that the clans live in, or live next to, I don't know if this is true to real mountains, and have not looked it up, but either way, I don't care. So these mountains, within them are a series of winding caves. That there's a series of winding caves within the mountain, and Raven is lucky enough to accidentally fall into one of those caves. And so she hello, welcome. So I was in Platonic channel. Thank you. Do I take digital art class? No, I am a self-taught artist. I have taught myself everything that I do. Can you do me, please? Also, hi, Shark Garden. So, Brightheart, I am not drawing, requests right this moment. I will be doing a request stream when I hit 300 subs. I would happily draw whatever you want at that point. Which, we're actually almost there. We're pretty close. Whatever, that looks fine, I guess. Anyway, where was I with everything? So, Ravenfrost found herself in the winding tunnels, and she was found by a group of cats. She eventually runs into a group of cats and is brought to the valley between, or the valley in the middle of the mountain. And so she lives there for a while. She learns about them and what they're all about. They have learned, these cats have learned how to connect themselves to the dead, and hello, welcome. And how to how do I explain it? They learned how to train their connection to the non-living. Yeah. I don't know how to better explain it in a way that's gonna make total sense. I guess I can try. Hello, welcome. For anyone who does not know about the stuff I've got going on in my little series, this is not gonna make any sense. Am I gonna put more things on my head? I gotta draw them first. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe that'll be next stream. There'll be a mini request stream, but it's only like what I should put on my head. That's not confirmed. We'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. All I know is tomorrow I'm probably not going to be drawing another OC, just to have a little break from it. Likely it'll either be I play a little clan gen, or I don't know, I try to learn something and you all sit there and watch me struggle for an hour or two. You don't know what the Warriors is about other than the deaths are brutal? I mean, that's a good chunk of it. Anyway. So, essentially, they can teach themselves to, this group of cats has learned how to enhance their connection to spirit cats, essentially giving them, a step below gifted powers, almost. They don't get a secondary power, of course, but they can, they see most of the spirit cats and stuff. I didn't explain that well, but my brain's not working, so it's fine. Anyway, the whole point of that is that that's where Ravenfrost has been. There's ghosts and warrior cats. There are. I mean, that's like part of their whole thing. StarClan is their ancestors, and sometimes StarClan cats can visit the living cats. There was a whole arc about it, about Bramblestar's ghost. I just find that kind of stuff interesting, so I just push it more in my version of things. Hello, welcome. Welcome, Skittles. I push it more because I like fantasy elements, and so I put more fantasy elements than there are in canon warrior cats into my warrior cats. Hi Nightmare Ash, welcome. Why do you have a crown? Oh my gosh. There's some leaderboard thing. You earn experience for chatting and stuff, and you get a crown if you're one of the top people. I choose to ignore it because it doesn't seem to do much. You just get a crown, and it doesn't seem to matter how much you actually chat or anything. It says it's supposed to matter, but I don't know. If I could turn it off, I would, because it has caused more problems than it has done anything else. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what the crowns mean. It's a leaderboard thing. I don't know. Like I said, I've chosen to ignore it because people have just been annoying about it. I shouldn't say people. A person was annoying about it, and it has soured things. Anyway. Where was I? Right, Raven in the valley. So, Raven Frost stays in the valley for a while. She wants to get home, but there are not many cats who have the tunnels. No one's quite sure who or what series of tunnels will get her back to clan territory, or if there's even tunnels that will. And she's injured anyway. I mean, she fell into a crevice and then had to walk through tunnels for a couple days, so why are we telling each other to punch our stomachs? Anyway, yeah, that looks alright. So, blah blah blah. Anyway, eventually, she does figure out. She spends her time, between learning about, these cats' way of life. She is creating a mental map of the tunnels, to try and figure out a way back. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I know pretty much only exclusively how to draw animals. Someday I will draw people and it'll be over for everyone. I'm gonna make his muzzle a little thicker. Anyway. Eventually, Raven Frost does find the series of tunnels that takes her home. Also, good luck rearranging your folders. That's always a pain. But by the time she gets home, it has been a few years. And part of what helps her get home is that she grows her connection, and finds a cat that she can see and who knows the way. Anyway, so she arrives back in clan territory. What do I want to do with this man? What do I want to do with your eyes, good sir? So yeah, it's been a couple years, since she disappeared. And when she finds the exit to the tunnels that will lead her to... Once she finds the exit to the tunnels that leads out to clan territory, she is met by who she assumes is a loner. This is not what his eye shape looks like. What am I doing? What does this man look like? Ooh. Doggo seas are fun. There's so much you can do with doggo seas. Anyway, she finds on the other side, she leaves the tunnels and is met with a queen, or she's met with a cat with some very, very new kittens. And some very, very new kittens and a very, very shaken up new mother. She assumes that this cat is just a random loner. What is happening in chat right now? Anyway. She assumes that this cat is a random loner, and she helps out the best she can, to calm this lady down, and she offers to take, she's like, I know where we can get more, where you can be safe for the moment. And so she takes this cat to Sun Clan. Did I see your updated family tree? I did. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. I was busy. But I will at some point look at it. Anyway. Ravenfrost leads this, cat to Sun Clan territory. Even though she's been gone for so long, she still knows, the way, instinctually. The Power Rangers are, what? Anyway. And when she arrives at the entrance to camp, the first thing that the person guarding camp at the time says, I haven't decided who it is, but it's an older cat who knew of Raven. Anyway. The guard at the entrance. Hi, Loyal, welcome. The guard at the entrance recognizes the queen as Frostheart, a Moon Clan cat, and then secondarily, and then as they're trying to figure out why a Moon Clan cat is in Sun Clan territory, they do a double take and are like, you're Ravenfrost. And so Ravenfrost and Frostheart, I need to change Raven's name. I need it to not be Frost. It doesn't fit her, but I don't know what would be a better suffix for her. I'm making 2 kitties, yes. I'm making siblings. Two kitties. It's not going very well, though. I don't know what I'm doing with these faces. Anyway. What's a kiki? It's just a kitty. Kitty cat. sometimes you must entertain yourself by saying words incorrectly. Anyway, so Ravenfrost and Frostheart are brought into camp and what Frostheart's doing is not important right now. I'll talk about her when I talk about her, or when I design her, I guess. Hugs for them. They will approve of the hugs. Mostly. Dawnstripe is okay with it. Anyway. She will tolerate. But so Ravenfrost gets to have a whole family reunion with her sister, who, I mean, the whole clan thought that she fell into that hole and was gone forever. And so after that, after they have their little reunion, of course, Raven has a reunion with her kids, who are now no longer new apprentices and are now full adults that are fully integrated into their routines as warriors. They both have adult kittens. It's been a long time. I called a stray comes. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Come in from the cold. So yeah. It has been a long, long time since Dusk, Dawn, and Raven have seen each other. And Ravenfrost is overjoyed to see her kits again. And Duskwillow, this is another big difference between the siblings. Duskwillow is immediately like, Mom, you're home. And treating her as if she had never left, essentially. Meanwhile, Dawnstripe is very standoffish. She's not quite sure how she's meant to act. She's not sure how she feels at that point. Because Raven has been gone for pretty much their entire lives. Do I want to give him the same? Yes, you know what? I like that they're down more. I'm gonna even accentuate that a little bit. There. Anyway, yeah. Is that derpy on my head? Yes, it is. I forgot to take her off, so she's just been there. I gotta make more things to put on my head at some point, but here she is for now. So yeah. Dawn is a bit standoffish at first. She's just not sure. It's a mix of emotions. Is this your OCs or Clan Gen that I'm talking about? These are my OCs. These have no relation to Clan Gen or anything. Nope, these are guys that I invented in my head like 5 years ago. And am still developing as characters and stuff. Does that look weird? Whatever. But yeah. Eventually Dawnstripe comes around. I don't know what I want to do for this man's hair. Yeah, eventually she comes around and opens up a bit more to having her mom around. Unfortunately, that all comes crashing down once again. They try to be a nice, normal, happy family for the most part. Until someone asks about, I'm trying to think how to word this. Words are hard. Anyway, things are all fine and dandy until Raven Frost admits to her kits that they're half clan. She doesn't say who the father is at this point. But she does say, it comes out that her kits were fathered by a Moon Clan cat. And that kinda breaks things a little bit. Hello, welcome. Both are kind of reeling from the news, but Dawnstripe is absolutely, like, she's appalled. She doesn't know what to do with this information, but does know that she is not happy about it. And she immediately pulls away again. She yeah. Dusk, it takes a little bit of him just coming to terms with it, but I mean, he was in a half-clan relationship with a Moon Clan cat. So he can understand more. He's more accepting of the information. But yeah, that news completely shatters any relationship Dawn and Raven had started to have. So hello, welcome, new people. So yeah, Dawn is not having a great time. Times become even worse. Alright, see you, Loyal. Have a good day. Times become even worse when, a Moon Clan cat named, Splash Cloud, Splash Cloud approaches, Dawn Stripe on a patrol. He stops her and asks if he can talk to her, and she obliges. She's the deputy. She's not really in a talking mood with most cats, but she will be cordial. Unfortunately, she will regret her decision immediately because Splash Cloud comes out the gate with, "I think you're my sister." And so Splash Cloud reveals the identity of Dawn Stripe and Dusk Willow's father, Swiftwater of Moon Clan. And Splash only knows that because he is off having his own existential crisis about his parents' mistakes. But it's not his episode. It's Dawn and Dusk's episode. So I will talk about Splash Cloud later, at a different point in time. What am I doing with arm? I don't know. I could give him this look, actually. I think that would actually fit really well. Anyway, he starts telling Dawn Stripe about what he's discovered and everything. And she looks at him and is like, go, get out of here. Do not ever speak to me ever again. Please. Just leave. And so Splash Cloud, intimidated, leaves. And Dawn interrogates her mother and learns that that was in fact the truth. And yeah, she's just really not happy. Dusk Willow is, he's processing better than Dawn is, but like he's also still like, wow, I can't believe all this time I've been a half clan cat. This kind of crazy. What do I do with this information? Something is not working here. Yeah, that's a big thing. Then, like, not that much later in the story, because, again, while all this is happening, I said this with, when I designed, Toadtooth, but, like, while all this drama is happening, in the background, like, things are going bad for the clans. Osprey Star is messing things. Osprey Star is blowing things up for the clans, and the background characters are just having their own dramas. The main characters are losing it in the meantime. Anyway. While all of this drama is happening, as I said, things are not going well in the main story, or the main part of the story. And I'm trying to think of how to explain or describe. Describe is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, anyway. Their tensions are getting higher and higher in between Moon Clan and the other clans. And they come to a breaking point when Osprey Star is this an OC story that you are currently making up, or that you did make? So this is a story that has existed since 2020. Yeah, these OCs of mine have existed for quite a while. I've been developing the story on and off during all that time. Hello, welcome. But yeah, these are my OCs. This is my warrior cat story. I wish there was somewhere I could direct you guys to be like, go, you can learn more about this story over here. But besides my toy house, which is bare bones when it comes to explaining what is happening in this, literally the only place I have any information is here on this channel while I am yapping about my my battle kitties. Oh, thank you. Maybe someday I'll write a book, or make a comic, or do literally anything, but for now. For now, this is my way of getting that information out of my head and somewhere that isn't in my brain. Do I not do Character Hub? I don't know what that is, so no. No. I have whatever characters I have designed on my toy house, but otherwise characters, their stories, and their names, well, their stories are all just in my head. Names are strewn about in like 3 or 4 different notebooks. Yeah. I should really do more of a more organization with this story, but this is what I got right now. I was drawing warrior cats last year. Ooh, fun. I love warrior cats. Where was I? Right. So, tensions are getting high in the clans. And the breaking point begins I will have to check it out. I have been keeping it all in my head like a crazy person. For the last 5 years. So at some point I will fully gather everything. But for now, ramblings on the internet is what everyone gets. So anyway, Osprey Star makes a bad decision. That's where we are in the story. So, tensions are growing between the clans, and it all boils until, the Moon Clan leader, Osprey Star, decides, So, Osprey Star announces randomly that during a gathering that the other clans have been stealing her warriors, and she asks that anyone with Moon Clan blood should be returned to Moon Clan. Essentially, her poor leading decisions have led a lot of her clanmates to just up and leave. And she's upset about that, so she convinces herself that the other clans are harboring cats that have left. The other clans are harboring the traitors. But because she says Moon Clan blood, that also puts half clan cats into her line of fire. And she even, like, the clans ask for clarification on what she's talking about, and she points out some cats that joined a different clan from Moon Clan. What was my favorite warrior series? I don't know. I liked this past one. I can't remember what it was called. Why don't I remember what it's called? Anyway, Starless Clan. I liked that one. I liked A Vision of Shadows was pretty cool, pretty interesting. Of course, I liked The Prophecies Begin. I mostly liked, well, no, I liked New Prophecy as well. And there's none that I dislike. You're in A Vision of Shadows right now? Cool. I think the third book of A Vision of Shadows was one of my favorites. What is it, like Thunder and Sky or something? I don't remember what it was called. But I really liked it. Yeah. And I'm excited for Changing Skies that's happening right now. Thunder and Shadow. I knew it was Thunder and something. It's been a while. Okay, I'll look at it later. So anyway. Ooh, fun. Where was I? Oh, this is gonna... I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish both of these guys, but that's fine. I'd like to at least line them both. Before I end stream, but we'll see. Anyway, where was I? So, part of Osprey Star's argument for, oh, the other clans have stolen, they are harboring fugitives and stealing Moon Clan cats and stuff. Part of her argument is, well, you stole our gifted cat, because Moon Clan's gifted, Nettlepool left and joined Sun Clan. Hello, Undertale Man. Is this the new Deltarune chapter? No, unfortunately not. Maybe it will be someday. I can only hope. Anyway. So, yeah. She points out Nettlepool. She also points out, Hail Glow. Nettle just hates Moon Clan, that's why he left. There was not enough to keep him there. Plus, his life kind of was blowing up around him as he was like, I have to leave. So yeah, you know. But she also brings up Hailglow, who at that point has lived... She has been a Sun Clan cat for a while at that point, and no one's quite sure why Osprey would even mention Hailglow. But all of that to say that Osprey specifies that she wants everyone of Moon Clan origin, or Moon Clan descent, to come back, to be sent back to Moon Clan. There they are, the siblings, they're here. Which also means any half-clan kitties. And Osprey Star gives a deadline. I haven't decided how. It's like a couple days. She's like, if it, blah blah blah, if they're not returned to their rightful home in 3 days or so, Moon Clan will take them by force. And so in Sun Clan, Swanstar decides to oblige, and she decides to just, for the peace of the clans, she decides it would just be best if she followed what Osprey wanted, which, I mean, is upsetting, especially because Nettle and Hale thought they could trust. They thought better of Swanstar, and a lot of the clan is like, what are you doing? But as she's like saying this, and there's an uproar and cats are threatening to leave, Ravenfrost, Ravenfrost and Duskwillow Ravenfrost brings up the fact, recalibrating my words. Ravenfrost makes a move to leave, and Swanstar is like, what are you doing? And Raven's like, I'm not staying here without my kits. I am going to join them. And Swan's like, oh, they don't count. And that causes another argument, because it's not fair that Swanstar's kin don't have to count, but everyone else has to count. And so a bunch of cats just leave. Mossy Glow has a whole thing about she was gifted powers from StarClan, and the prophecy was all about her. She's supposed to keep the peace, but Swanstar won't listen to her, so she pieces out. Nettlepool and his mate Lightningberry leave as well. I mean, Nettlepool was gonna leave anyway, because he was part of the whole being of MoonClan blood, but he doesn't want to go back to MoonClan, so he just leaves the clan entirely with his mate. And of course, their kits also leave, so SunClan is left without a healer, because their healers at that time are Mossy Glow and Storm Eyes, who is the son of Nettlepool. So Storm Eyes and his sisters also leave. Hail Glow, of course. Hail Glow and her kits follow Mossy, and Dusk Willow as well. He leaves with his mate. And I mean, a couple other cats also leave. I'm not going to mention every single cat that leaves. Anyway, and as Ravenfrost is getting ready to leave, as Ravenfrost and Dusk Willow get ready to leave, they look to Dawnstripe, who adamantly is like, no, I'm not leaving. I don't care what you may say about, I don't care who my parents are, I am a Sun Clan warrior, and I am not leaving my home. And so Dawnstripe doesn't leave. And she's not going to be made to go back to Moon Clan. Because again, Swanstar she's not going to do that. She's not going to force who is essentially her kit, to go to a clan she has no attachment to. Even though that is a little bit of nepotism, I suppose. And so yeah, the siblings are separated. The next part I haven't talked too much about. But essentially, the group of cats who leave separates into two. Some decide that they're just going to rough it out as rogues. And of course, some hope that Swanstar comes to reason, but some are under the impression that they're just, this is what their life is going to be now. But anyone who does not leave to go be on their own, joins Mossy in the cave. Essentially, Mossy and Nettle set up kind of a base of operations in what is still technically Sun Clan territory, but no one goes over past here, I need a visual to be able to properly word what I'm talking about. Essentially, SunClan stops. SunClan doesn't really go past, like, here for hunting. There's not an amazing amount of hunting to do in this area. Plus, cats are warned of the mystery caves, so they just kind of stick to this area. So of course, the best place of operations is these caves. So yeah, everyone who does not leave joins Mossy, and Mossy Glow and Nettlepool are just, they're trying to come up with any solution to their problem. Just like anything. They're trying to figure out how they can stop this battle from happening, and from the clans. How to stop the clans from trying to once again destroy each other. Yeah. Ooh, you know what? This is a little early. Earlier than I have usually been doing. But I'm actually going to end stream here. I have things to do, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm gonna end stream here. I'm not sure what tomorrow's stream is going to be. Like I said, it's probably not going to be designing another Echo's character. I'm gonna take just a small break. Just like a day. And then on Monday I'll be back to it. But yeah, I don't know what the stream's gonna be. But do I stream every day? I stream Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, I stream every Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. But yeah, I'm not sure what tomorrow's stream will be. We'll see when we get there. So, with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you later. Bye.